Hello everybody, this is Tarina. I am going to do a quick video using the Miss You Workshop Your Way card making instructions. And this is going to be my last video using these. I know I kind of did this whole thing through the end of May and all the way through June when I was able to get a video up, but I decided I kind of felt unfinished, so I'm going to go ahead and use a totally different cardstock pack. Last time I used the Little Dreamer, which these papers are Little Dreamer paper from the Little Dreamer paper pack. And so this time I'm going to go ahead and use the No Worries Workshop Your Way paper, or just the No Worries paper pack. Sorry about that. My mind is just kind of, I call it medication mind because I'm on antibiotics for my sinus infection, so I am doing my best. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm using some scraps. I made a layout with this before, so I'm going to go ahead and use the leftovers of that, and we'll see what we can do with these cards. So I am actually going to go ahead and, because I want to show that you can use a different paper pack and a different stamp set, I'm going to go ahead and use this one here. It's called This and That by Close to My Heart, and this one is going to be retiring soon. It's got this, that, this is totally amazing, you've got, I've got. So this one's gonna say you've got this, and I think that would be perfect. And the No Worries paper pack is going to be kind of bringing in the relax, you've got this kind of vibe, so I think that will work out just fine. And I'm going to go ahead and, because I have the No Worries Workshop Your Way scrapbooking kit. It came with the white burlap ribbon and the No Worries sequins, and so I'm going to go ahead and use those with this instead of any of the Little Dreamer ones. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with this. I have not figured out which colors I want or which patterns I want to use or what. Like I said, I just pulled these out because I knew I wanted to use them just for the experience, and so I'm gonna go ahead and just go with that. So I am going to go ahead and I'm going to try to fit in 2 cards, one of each of these, this video. If not, I'm just going to have to go ahead and do 2 videos, but they should be up within a day or 2 of each other, so I think that would be appropriate. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on project number 1, and let's see, there was one in here that I really liked. This one here, I really like this one, and I like this one, and I'm not sure, I do kind of like those 2 together. I'll set that up there while I look through these. They've got that one. I'm not too fond of that one. I wouldn't go that bad with that, but definitely like that one better. I think what I'm going to do is, let's see, the way we're going to do this, we're going to need, I'm going to start with this one, I think. I'm going to do project number 2 first, just because that inspires me more at the moment. So the dark, I'm going to try to keep dark, so we'll do these down at the bottom, and then we'll have, what don't even know if I want to do it that way. I think I want to do this around the love you part, which is not going to be love you. And then I'll do, let's see, this one, and I'm going to pull in this one. Oh, I forgot about that. Got that color too. Ooh. Okay, so I'm thinking those three go really well together. So I'm going to go ahead and use these three on this card, and we'll see how that works. Alright. I'm going to pull these ones out. Ooh, I think I may like that one even better than this one. Not that one. Definitely like this one. Okay, let's see if I can actually get these cut. I don't know if that's the right size or not, but that's what we're going with. Okay, so those are the three we're gonna go with. I like those three. And we're gonna need the cutting gun for this one. Okay, so we've got, let's see, the way you would do this is you'd want to look at, this is the second one that we're working on. So what I would want to do is I would want to look at this one here is the one, let's see if I can, where'd it go? There we go. Okay, so this one is this one. So the black piece is 2A. So it labels it 2A. So 2A, we would come over here and we'd find 2A, which is over here, and it's going to be 2 1/4 by 5 1/2. So that's what we're going to cut, the one that we want for that. And we want to make sure that the diagonal is the long, we're going the long way here. So 5 1/2 is going to be this way, and we're going to go, I'm going to trim off this piece here. The branding strip. And then we're going to go for, what was it, 4 1/4? No, it was 2 1/4 by 5 1/2. So let's go for 2 1/4. You know, I'm just going to, that won't work. Okay. So let's see, 2 1/4, and we're going to do 5 1/2. And there's that one. And for some reason that just seems really short, doesn't it? Well, it's not though. There we go. And then we'll go on to the next one. And the next one is, let's see, we know, let's see, I'm pretty sure I want this one to be this one here, I think. Okay, so then that piece is 2B. So we're going to find 2B over here. And it is 4 3/4 by 2. So I'm pretty sure this one's going to be too small. 4 and, oh, maybe not. Oh yeah, that's definitely not going to be big enough. Okay, 4 3/4 by 2. I'm just going to go ahead and cut 2 off just so that I can have this full length here. Double check my measurement. 4 3/4 by 2. There we go. So 4 3/4. I need to clean my cutter. There's no way that's 4 3/4. Okay, maybe there is. Maybe it is. I'm just having a hard time. It just looks smaller than it should be. I guess these are pretty small cards, but okay. Wasn't supposed to go all the way across. Okay, and then we'll do this part here is going to be, the background there is going to be, let's see, it's 2C, and 2C is down here. 2C is 2.5 by 3 3/4. 2.5 by 3 3/4. Ooh. 2.5 by 3 3/4. And if you hear any noise back there, I'm sorry. That's my husband and my son watching a movie. Alright, 2.5 by 3 3/4, correct? Yes. 3 3/4. Alright. I think that's how it works. Alright, now we're going to need the white that we stuck up here. And for the white, we're going to go ahead and do, let's see, it's 2D and 2E, but I think I was doing something different with this. Let's see. I'm trying to remember. I think, yeah, I was going to use these. I actually got some of the No Worries compliments out, and I figured I could use some of those in this on these cards, just to show you that you can use those on not just the scrapbooking, but you can use them on cards as well. So those are out just in case. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut the white piece. Maybe if I can find it. And that's 2D. 2D is 2 1/4 by 3 1/2. 2 1/4 by 3 1/2. Wow, this paper's seen some better days. 2 1/4 by 3 1/2. 1/4 by 3 1/2. There we go. And my blade is really dull at the moment. See, this is how one of the ways you can tell that your blade is really dull. It kind of frays at the end instead of while it's cutting. Drives me nuts. You can just trim it off with your scissors, but the platinum blades, they do this constantly. They dull really fast. They may last a long time, but you're constantly having to clean up after them and sharpen them. And to sharpen them, I just use aluminum foil, and I just cut it several times with aluminum foil, which is pretty easy to do, but it just takes time. I think the original excuse me, the original would work much better. Original blades. Okay, so I think that's good for those, for that one, and that's going to be, this one's going to be this card here. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that out and put the cutting instructions away along with the cutter. And I was so excited. I was down enough to do my nails. I never get to do my nails. Okay, I do get to do them. Very, very rarely do they actually get dried without scuffing. Like that one, and that one, and that one. Yeah, too busy. Busy, Mom. So, now I'm going to go ahead and use, because this is sapphire, I have sapphire somewhere here. I will pause you while I look for it real quick. Maybe. Alright, so I got the desert sand, which I think it's desert sand. It could be cashmere now that I think about it. Let me look. Haha. So, one tip for working with close to my heart papers is on the branding strip. With each paper, this is the No Worries papers, it tells you the featured colors. So it's Cashmere, Glacier, Lagoon, Sapphire, Whisper, and White Daisy. And those are the ones that you can pull from these papers, and it will coordinate perfectly. So that is just one tip, which I love. So I got the wrong color. Granted, desert sand could probably work, but I will pause this again and get the right color for you guys. Alrighty, well, I thought I had the right color, but I don't, so we're going with desert sand anyways. It should work out just fine, so I'm not too worried about it, but I guess it will also teach you guys that sometimes you just gotta use what you got. And so you could technically use black with this, and that would work too. You could pull out any of the colors that we read it here on the strip. I've got sapphire, and then I've got the desert sand, which is not part of the featured colors. But there's Glacier, and Lagoon, and Whisper, and Cashmere, which actually I think, I don't remember if I have Slate or if I have Whisper. I have Slate. I haven't gotten all the colors yet, but with these new ink pads that are out now, I think that might be my next purchase after my current one, because my hubby gave me some birthday money, and I'm so excited I was able to put an order in, and I can't wait to get my goodies. I'm going to do a box opening video after I receive them, so that will be exciting. And we have a new catalog coming out soon, and I will be showing you guys that too, and I'm really excited about that as well. So I'm going to go ahead and get started because this video is going to be running out soon. In fact, I'm just going to pause you and restart you so that I don't run out of time and miss some videos. So I'll be back in just a second. Alrighty, I'm back. So that I can just splice those two videos together, or these two videos together, and be done. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started with the stamping. I'm going to go ahead and I think, let's see, we've got this here, but I have these, so these are the compliments, and this is the pack, and it shows everything that comes in the compliments pack. So I am very interested in using maybe some of these strips here. I kind of want to use the chair kind of like just a relax kind of thing. I don't think that the word relax is gonna work. I think it might be just too big. I could trim it down, I suppose, but I'm gonna pull out that chair too just to take a look at it. See, I was thinking, let's see, I've got a piece of paper here, because I'm gonna have it much like that, which I love that combination. I was thinking about having the chair here in the corner and then having this and down here, and then in a different color like the desert sand or something you've got up there in the top corner, and then having but I don't know, I just see that just seems so big, and you could make, you know, kind of cut it off at those arrows. You could cut out the actual letters if you wanted to. I don't know if I want to go that far though. It just seems like a lot. So I'm not going to use that one. I really like this idea. I think I'm just going to go for it. So I'm going to do this, and I kind of want to mark it, I think, just to see, just to kind of get an idea as to where I want my words to be. I really kind of just want them up towards the top. So we'll see if that works. So then if I've got, pull these out. I love this set. And with this would be perfect for pocket scrapbooking. I can't wait to use it for that. I mean, I can't wait to be able to actually pocket scrapbook and stuff now that I'm starting to feel better and winter is out of the way, because that brings a lot of sickness through the school. And so I don't know. Let's see, this one here or this one here. I think this one's, oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to, don't mind me, I'm just prepping my stamps. This helps the ink stick better to the stamps. It helps them adhere to, or helps the ink adhere a bit better to the stamps. So that this, I don't know if you can see that, but it's not quite as shiny. It doesn't have that film. Like this one's still got a little bit of the shiny film to it. You just put your arm oil on that, which does not sound very pleasant, but it works great. So we'll do that, and then we'll do you've got, which means that I kind of need to move these around a little bit. Then that's going to have to go up a little. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and move this over here. And then that's pretty much where I want it. So I'm just going to leave it there and move this out of the way. And pick this up. And I'm going to set this down. There we go. And this one, I think I'm going to go ahead and do, I don't know what I want to do. Do I want to do the sapphire, or do I want to do the desert sand? I think I want to do the desert sand. Ooh, that is a really hard decision to make. Let's see how this works. Ooh, I actually like that. It definitely picks up on the colors, the darker colors in this. I like it. See, sometimes when you don't have the exact things, they work really well, even though. That, and I'm going to set this down here. And then the next one will be You've Got. I don't know. So it's going to be like this. I kind of like it farther over rather than... Alright, so we'll look at that. And then we'll put that in the Sapphire. I love this color. It's definitely a beautiful color. Very vibrant. Ooh. I'm sorry, I just love the Close to My Heart inks. They always turn out so pretty. And these are the older ones too, and they still turn out so pretty. I do love their inks. I love a lot of their products. They are very quality, high quality. Makes me happy when I use them. Not just because they're pretty, but because they're high quality. Alrighty. So, now I'm going to go ahead and put my card together and hope it comes out the way I had hoped, huh? Okay. Let's set these aside. And then we're going to use this guide here a bit. I'm going to trim some stuff. Oh my goodness, I hope you guys aren't hearing all of that noise. It is one thing that I do not like movies going in the background of my videos. So I'm going to go ahead and attach this. And I'm going to put this right in the center. And then we're going to go ahead and attach this one. And as you can, if you wanted to, you could totally flip that over. Because I was thinking about using that dark bit there. And I still think I like the stripes better. I think these little pieces, these little trees just make it too busy. Because this has little pieces and this has little pieces. And I think this just kind of makes it more of a bold pattern instead of a intricate pattern, if that makes sense. But like I said, you could, if you prefer the other side, I gotta trim this too. If you prefer the other side, you can use the other side. All right. All right, here we go. Good and adhered without tearing it would be nice. Alright, make sure that's the bottom. Alright. There we go. And then this one we're going to need to dovetail. And I'm terrible at this, so I guess we get what we get. It should be pretty easy, you would think. Alright. There we go. And luckily, I've moved a few things around and my garbage is right below me now, so that's lovely. Alright, I think I'm going to trim that a little bit. If you can see, there's that little dip there. And it drives me nuts. Can't help myself. Okay. And you know what I was just thinking? I really like the idea of distressing the edge of this. And yes, that's going to take a bit more time, but I'm going to do it anyways. It doesn't take a whole lot more time, but I love the way that it looks when it's done. And it will help bring in the distressed, relax, kind of just calm feel. One of these times I'll have to do a actual layout. Okay. This is probably going to be a two-part card video thing here. Haha, just blow it off there. Who knows where it goes. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and attach this. And this one, it shows that the center of the dovetail is where you want the top of the, right here is the top. So if you look right here, it shows that it's right at the top of that piece. So I'm going to go ahead and stick with that. Go ahead and stick that at the top there. You see how that, it just kind of gives it some body, I guess, which I like. And then I think I might just do the edge of this too. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna do as much, just a little bit. Just to bring it and just to lift it off the page or off the card without adding foam. Because I'm putting this picture, this chair on there, I don't really want to have to deal with it lifting and try to... Alright. And we've got 3/4 of an inch in, and then even on the top and the bottom. And then this one will go here, like that. Okay, so we're gonna go with that, and you know, I could do foam underneath there if I really wanted to, but I'm not going to. It was calling me a little bit, but I don't want this to be too thick either, so. And Close to My Heart does sell the thin foam. I'm not sure if it's going to be in the next catalog or not, but I will let you guys know because I will be doing a catalog flip through when I get the new catalog. So stay tuned for that. Very exciting. And let's see what we can do with this. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and I wish I had one of those erasers. Alright, I think that's good. Alright, and then I forgot, underneath of this, we've got a band that goes across there too, of the burlap ribbon. So I'm just going to lift the bottom of this one up, which is pretty easy to do. And then I'm going to go ahead and You could use your ATG gun. I wouldn't recommend it because it doesn't like to stick to fuzzy things. So what I use is, well, I take that back. You can use the red tape here. This stuff sticks to everything, and once you stick it down, it's like a 98% chance of not getting it to lift without ripping. So this one, if you make sure you know what you're putting it on and you know where you're putting it before you actually stick it down. These ones, on the other hand, you can usually get them up without too much of a hassle. So I think that's what I'm going to do. There is a more fuzzy side and a flatter side, and I'm going to go ahead and use the flatter side down. And I'm just going to stick that on there. And this is an adhesive dot. And so I'm going to go ahead and just do a couple of these. Kind of one in the middle, I think. And then I'll do one at the end. So I'm going to start this off in here. And I'm going to push this right up, hopefully to where it's supposed to be. A little farther over, I think. And I'm just going to get this right here. And that is one of the tips down here in the project tips. It says to put that down first, which would have helped. But look at how that just pulls it together. I like that. And no, this card project thing wasn't made for this paper, but you can definitely make any paper work. Okay, not any paper, but most papers. Especially ones like the Close to My Heart ones, or Stampin' Up! Has some. In fact, DCWV, they all have coordinating papers, and those work perfectly. In fact, I think there's a lot of paper companies craft companies that have coordinating paper nowadays. But yes, they do work great. So I'm going to put one last adhesive dot on this. And then I'll figure out where I want my sequins. I may not even have, yeah, I'm definitely going to have sequins on here. I was going to say it may look decent without the sequins, but I think I want them. There we go. I love how that just adds a whole nother dimension to it. So I'm going to go ahead and look at my sequins and see which ones I like, or if I want any. I don't know, I'm liking this one here, and I think I might add some bitty sparkles in there too, because I love me some bitty sparkles. And then this color, I just don't know, it seems like a warmer tone than the others, and that one just seems fancy, I guess. So I would definitely use that on a different card, but I do kind of like the dark ones. I don't know if that's going to be too much or what. Guess we'll see, won't we? Ooh. I think I might do another small here. Over here. And then a couple bitty sparkles. One here, or maybe one here. Oh, oh, oh. That is not working for me here. Where's my, I guess this will work. Like that. And then we'll do one here, right here, And I think I like that. I don't know. Maybe this needs to go here. Here. There we go. I think I like that much better. Okay, so this is my card. This is project number 2. And I'm doing them backwards, so bear with me here. My next project will, sorry about that, will be the first project, but this, I was inspired by the second one first, so here it is, and this is my finished card. You've got this, so relax. I like it. Alrighty, keep your eyes out for the next one, and I've got a whole slew of videos coming up soon. I try to do them as close to the actual happening as possible, so you will see them in a while. So watch out for project number 1 coming up soon. Bye!